getting MS, correct? Tell them, just give it like a 30-second snapshot. What are these products done for your family?
Geez, my whole entire life. I had 15 prescriptions for electric every day, 10 electric every day. I think I called G's the first day in 17 years and I didn't have to pill. But I was off, I'm only on one medication now, and I do that once a week.
Awesome, is that nice? Can you give us a 30-second story? I know it's hard, but can you knock it out? We're asking a physicist to talk for 30 seconds. Just tell us what you had, man.
Well, I had a number of issues. Had leukemia twice. They cured me down at MD Anderson. But the thing that's changed my life, I was a wreck when I got out of MD Anderson. And now I feel better than I have in 15 years. My wife is coming on board too. She was taking Celebrex like they were M&Ms. She doesn't take Celebrex anymore. She takes the joint. I couldn't hardly walk. My legs, my knees sounded like castanets. And now I've got flexibility. It's incredible the changes that have happened to me. I want to keep it going.
Nice. This is an American hero up here. This guy worked on the Apollo program. This guy worked on the Apollo 13, figuring out the stuff to put together to get those filters to work. This is an American hero up there. These guys took it up seriously. Yeah, I had a little plastic man. I didn't know you were one of them. I was probably playing with you outside the old JT, I'm going to talk to you a little later, though. This turned your life around too good. Give us a 20-second snapshot, so I'll talk to you later. This is our Louisiana man. You know what they say about leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight? He actually did it yesterday. Tell us quick about your Louisiana. What happened to you just?
Okay, since 1984, I've had a debilitating autoimmune disease. Developed osteoporosis because of the drugs. Was on probably close to $3,000 worth of medication every 2 months. Right now, I have no osteoporosis. My symptoms have been resolved. I haven't been on medication for over 3 years. Thank you, Nikken.
You're ready to roll the 21 club too over there, aren't you? Going for two of them? Not one. Let this guy. I shouldn't even ask our team if they're doing an A21 club. Our little mentor team has over 25 21 clubs. I know it now. 25. Ready to go. Y'all fired up about that? Woo! Couple I'm waiting on still. Let's see if we can get it above 30. Y'all think we're not sneaking with Nikken, are we? Now let's bring up one of my heroes. I'm lucky to have a mentor like this in my life because before Paige got me in line, this is the one that told me what's what. So you're lucky if you got a couple strong women in your life. This is one of mine. So I always know I'm doing right when Liz is at the meeting, and I mean that sincerely. Liz Coker, and I know she hates when you do a big deal out of her, because you're talking about someone that was on the cover of Inc. magazine. She ran a company that over $100 million. This is a big deal here, Liz. She was put in the women's, or the most influential women of the century, with like Lady Bird Johnson. And she's a platinum in Nikken. She's hosting our barbecue. And I know when you go up to her house, you're going to feel sorry for her today. The driveway's only 1.5 miles long. I always call it Liz Fork, because that's how cool it is. I love hanging out with Liz. And having her here is a really big deal, because this is somebody that, by her being here, should validate every one of your choices in the room, like this fellow over here, just knowing you're doing right. And by the way, Liz is who she is. What she has is not who she is. It's one of those rare people that also able to pull off that feat, which may be the hardest feat to do. This is someone that's just kind. When you go to her home today, her and Andy's home, the best word is just kind. And I just want to thank you for being here with us. Would you come up and share for a minute, Liz? Liz Coker,
It was not a $100 million company, it was a $16 million company. Yeah, we were using pesos. Let me share something while Becca is bringing up my presentation. I've been in Nikken for almost as many years as you have, 12, 13 years, something like that. And I absolutely love the product. I had a very moving experience, pretty well up front, that really got me on board. I had a car accident in 1984, and I had severe pain from that time. In 2003, Joe Nikken came in and did a rollout on me, and I got up there for the first time in 18 years with zero pain. And I got excited. Now, I did not make Nikken my first priority. I had an electronics firm to run, and that was my first priority until I sold it in 2010. Then I mourned for a couple of years, and now I'm really working Nikken. However, having problems closing, I was having problems closing. I love to talk about Nikken. I love to share, and let me tell you, I gave away a lot of product because I loaned it out because I knew I gave it to. And so I signed up. I went to a seminar here in Bastrop and got hooked on the one thing, which a businessman called Gary Keller wrote. That's with Keller Williams. Keller Williams just became #1 in the world. And they did it through a program that they teach all of their realtors called Bold. And so I signed up for, and in January of this year, they converted, or they changed the program, or added to, and made it applicable to all businesses. And so I jumped on board and started taking the Bold course. Now, I just finished the second class Tuesday. There are 8 hours a day, 6 sessions. And we have to generate 20 leads a day. Every day. Well, we have to do 100 a week. So we're hustling. Now, let me tell you real quick, that first week, I generated 127 leads. Now, the Thursday, before I went back to class last Tuesday, I went and had lunch with my granddaughter, and then I went over to see her new college campus, and I came back and I cooked dinner for the rest of the family for that night because they were leaving on vacation. I said, Lord, I only got 6 leads today. It's up to you. That night at 9 o'clock, everybody was gone. I went in and sat down on the computer, and I had an email from Jenny, who works for Keller Williams, with 7 referrals on it. And I had